Introducing your new Dell PC, powered by the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps you handle a lot, even when your holiday to-do list gets to be a lot. Because it's built with all-day battery, plus powerful AI features that help you do it all with ease. From editing images, to drafting emails, to summarizing large documents, to multitasking. So you can organize your holiday shopping, and make custom holiday decor, and search for great holiday deals, and respond to holiday requests, and customer questions, and customers requesting custom things, and plan the perfect holiday dinner for vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, and Uncle Mike's carnivore diet. Luckily, you can get a PC that helps you do it all faster, so you can get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside, backed by Dell's price match guarantee. Get yours today at Dell.com/holiday. Terms and conditions apply. See Dell.com for details.
When it comes to what your family eats and drinks, you know your choices matter. You're the expert because you know what fits your life. And getting it right starts with good information. That's why America's beverage companies are sharing more information about our ingredients at goodtoknowfacts.org. No spin, no judgments, just the facts straight from the experts for more than 140 beverage ingredients. Visit goodtoknowfacts.org.
This is Optimal Finance Daily. Are you feeling lucky? The 2 Schools of Retirement Income, Part 1, by Darrow Kirkpatrick of CanIRetireYet.com. Are you feeling lucky? That's how the debate between the 2 schools of retirement income often shapes up. Do you keep your retirement assets in the stock market, where you'll have more flexibility and better odds for long-term financial growth, along with a chance of failure? Or do you go the safe, secure route and annuitize your assets for a reliable, though possibly mediocre, retirement paycheck? Even if you don't want to take sides in this debate, it's helpful to understand it. These 2 schools and the retirement income strategies that belong to each define your options for retirement income. Just don't believe that you're required to choose one or the other. The reality is that you will probably need to mix the 2 philosophies in the right proportions for your personal situation. Let's begin with some definitions. Probability versus safety. The probability-based retirement income philosophy generally involves managing an investment portfolio using some type of withdrawal strategy. It could be a fixed safe withdrawal rate or a variable withdrawal rate. The advantages of this approach are its flexibility and its potential upside. Your capital remains under your control at all times. You don't hand it over to someone else to manage. And the odds are in your favor over the long term. As a chart from JP Morgan shows, the average long-term return on stocks has been more than 10%. And in the last 60 plus years, the stock market has never gone for any 20-year period without delivering at least 6% profit annualized. The disadvantages of this school are significant as well. Most serious but least understood is sequence of returns risk. Because you aren't simply managing a static portfolio, but must also withdraw to live off of it, you're subject to a special mathematics of loss. I'll explain this in more detail here, but essentially you must pay the mathematical piper in the form of reduced performance. The next disadvantage is that by relying on a lump sum portfolio for an indefinite period, your lifespan, you're taking on longevity risk. The longer you live, the greater the chance that you'll run out of money, regardless of market returns. Finally, if you're managing the money yourself, then cognitive decline could affect your ability to manage your own financial affairs. By contrast, the safety-first retirement income philosophy generally involves purchasing an annuity or bond ladder to lock in retirement income. The advantages are security and predictability. You might sleep easier at night knowing you aren't subject to stock market volatility, at least if you have confidence in insurance company and bond ratings. And your available retirement spending will be known and fixed in advance. You won't need to adjust your lifestyle unexpectedly based on future market moves. But the disadvantages of this school are significant as well. For me, the single point of failure looms large. Rather than piggybacking on the self-interest of thousands of companies in the broad stock market, you're trusting a single insurance company to look after your interests. For decades. Financial planner and commenter Michael Kitches points out that insurance companies do fail, and even AAA-rated bonds have measurable default rates. On the other hand, financial planner and researcher Joe Tomlinson makes a strong case that insurers, at least the big top-rated ones, have the financial strength and actuarial prowess to avoid serious problems. He finds only a few cases in history where annuity owners have been shortchanged. Inflation protection is another question mark hanging over the safety-first approach. It's either unavailable or very expensive. So just how secure and predictable is your fixed income stream? Add to these negatives the lack of flexibility in managing your money and no possibility of an upside. You can't generally tap annuitized assets for emergency or legacy purposes. And, if has always been the case, the stock market outperforms other assets over the course of your retirement. You'll have to watch that party from the sidelines. 2 styles of planning. Choosing between the probability-based and safety-first styles of generating retirement income is not just an investing decision. It also leads to 2 different analyses of retirement expenses and 2 different styles of financial planning. In the probability-based philosophy, you or a financial planner lump all of your expenses together, essential and discretionary, then compute the probability of meeting them over the course of your retirement using your portfolio of assets. Failure is defined as running out of money before running out of life. A failure probability in the neighborhood of 10% is often considered acceptable. That's 1 chance in 10. So failure is entirely possible, in theory, with this approach. Some people are uncomfortable with that. None of us would get on an airplane with those kind of odds. But in reality, complete financial failure is unlikely if the analysis shows a relatively low probability. Why? Because most sensible people are going to modify their lifestyle if the numbers start heading in the wrong direction. So the failure rate associated with a probability-based analysis is more a metric for the likelihood and severity of having to adjust your lifestyle than it is a prediction for the odds of eating cat food later in retirement. In the safety-first philosophy, you or a financial planner match guaranteed income to essential expenses. So if you have non-discretionary expenses that aren't covered by a pension or Social Security, you purchase an annuity or possibly a bond ladder to cover that need. In theory, assuming you have enough assets, failure is impossible with a safety-first approach. That's because you've assigned guaranteed income sources for all your needs. In reality, there are holes. Those needs won't be fully met unless that income is inflation adjusted, which can be difficult to achieve in today's world. And you're banking that your insurer and its guarantee association, if any, will remain solvent for decades. The most important distinction, risk management. Hear that on tomorrow's episode. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled, Are You Feeling Lucky? The 2 Schools of Retirement Income by Darrow Kirkpatrick of CanIRetireYet.com. Nobody wants to pay rent, but if you have to, Built makes it worth it. Built is revolutionizing how millions think about paying rent by rewarding their members with points and exclusive benefits around their neighborhood every single month. By paying rent through Built, you earn flexible points that can be redeemed towards hundreds of hotels and airlines, a future rent payment, your next Lyft ride, and more. But it doesn't stop there. Built is about making your entire neighborhood more rewarding. You can dine out at your favorite local restaurants and earn additional points, get VIP treatment at certain fitness studios, and enjoy exclusive experiences just for Built members every month. Built is turning a monthly expense into an opportunity to earn rewards and discover the best that your neighborhood has to offer. Your rent is finally working for you. Earn points on rent and around your neighborhood, wherever you call home, by going to joinbuilt.com/OFD. That's JOINBILT.com/OFD. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you.
So, you're about to make a trade based on a friend's text. But which you do you listen to? Is it, "Oh, we could buy a house in Tulum"? Get optioning those options. We could lose everything. Or, let's do a little research. Get your head in the trade and make the investment decision that's right for you. Learn more at finra.org/trade-smart.
I think Darrow really hit the nail on the head when he mentioned that your best bet is likely a combination of the two philosophies, safety first and probability based. This article reminds me of a conversation that I had with my friend and CFP Mark Troutman, who talked about how an annuity bought at the appropriate time plus Social Security can provide a nice safe floor of income, and you can use the probability-based strategy for discretionary income needs. My understanding is that this is much more about managing cognitive decline as you age than any worries about running out of money. If I was seriously considering an annuity, I would talk to a flat fee fiduciary who doesn't sell annuities and who could advise me on how they might fit into my overall plan. However, an explain like I'm five definition of an annuity is a fixed sum of money paid to someone each year, typically for the rest of their life. By this definition, Social Security and pensions are annuities. Annuities are insurance products with contracts issued by life insurance companies, so it's more of a risk transfer strategy than it is an investment. And many people don't consider it an investment because when you buy an annuity, you immediately turn over 100% of your principal to purchase upfront the right to collect an amount of income from the insurance company for the rest of your life. From what I can see, annuities are pretty complex, but there are certain situations where they appear to be beneficial. Annuity products fit well into a plan where the retiree's savings aren't sufficient to weather market volatility and meet basic living expenses simultaneously. So they may be most appropriate for people who are worried that they could live longer than their money will last. There are many different types of annuities and riders that can be added for additional costs to customize them. Because it's an insurance product that is often layered with complexity and fees, annuities are often criticized for the high commissions sellers of annuities receive. So if you're curious about annuities, it could be worth your time to consult with a flat fee advisor. That should do it for today. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow, where we'll finish up this post and where your optimal life awaits.